you ask, unless, as you said the other day on the morning show, Jamie, the programmer doesn't want it answering certain questions. So that's one, and AI is not emotional. I kind of got addicted one day going back and forth with Groke on Twitter because it ain't no emotion. You don't have to worry about stepping around emotional landmines that you have to deal with when it comes to interacting with people. That's it.
Mm-hmm. That's fact.
All right. That's it. Gonna go ahead and move on to the very last one. And that is another one that I think Black people focus too damn much on. But at the same time, it has its pros and it has its cons. So the person that I'm speaking of, as you can see, is a Trump. Black people are borderline obsessed with Trump. Even though they hate him so much, they obsessed with him because
Right.
they're always talking about him. They always talking about, oh, Trump did this, oh, Trump did that. Oh, y'all didn't want to vote for, y'all should have voted. See, y'all should have voted for Kamala. Y'all didn't want to let a woman in office so much. So you let Orange Man do this. All this stuff that they be saying. And it's so much that even when Trump is doing something good that can benefit you, they'll go against it just because they hate him so damn much. Now, I got a couple of takes on this of how I see this thing, but I'm gonna open it up to you guys first. We've been going with Taj. We're gonna let you start this one out.
We gotta cash in on Trump absorbing our culture over the decades. So when you go through all the presidents, unfortunately, including President Barack Obama, who has sun in his skin, if you ask yourself, out of all the U.S. presidents, which one spent the most time around hip hop culture or black culture? And you know how we know it's Donald Trump? Because a lot of our rappers have shouted him out in our hip hop rap songs. So Trump, more than any other president, has absorbed culture from us. And we got picture receipts to prove this. This nigga in pictures with Mike Tyson. I mean, all the famous black celebrities we can name. I don't even want to go down the name drop list, but it shows and proves that he been around us. Why do you think he's one of the coolest white guys in American history? Now that's subjective. That's up for opinion. That's up for discussion. But it might be hard to trump that, so to speak. Being, having a little fun with the word. So Trump, because he hung around us, and we got pictures to prove it. This nigga in pictures with Oprah, the celebrity starting to come to mind now. But the list is probably more than 40. He's been around us since the 80s. And now, because he's rocking with his kinfolk, his lineage, his heritage, which is those people we often talk about in the South, he sort of turned his back on us after all that culture. So, for example, Kyra, I don't know if you know this. I went to Southern University, Baton Rouge, New Orleans. And New Orleans rubbed off on me so much that even out here in LA, a person would ask before they ask me if I'm from Florida. That's what I mean. Being around the New culture, which is one of the most contagious cultures in the world, definitely the culture, the country. That's sort of what Trump did to us as a people. He was around us so much to be super cool. And statement, how do we cash in on that? So we calling him out like Trump. We ain't saying you got to pass reparations, homie. But bro, you've been around us for decades. And I would like to ask the panel and the comment section, name a president, and it's not Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton has played the saxophone on Arsenio Hall show and black people went crazy. That's all he did. He does not have a track record of being around us. Donald Trump has a track record of being around the coolest rappers, the coolest boxers, the coolest
basketball basketball players,
now,
UFC, all
I'm
that
about
shit.
to say this. This is my last point, and this requires intelligence. I'm gonna pass the mic because kind of way because it could come off kind of divisive. So I'll conclude my comment right there and pass it to whoever you want to go
Hear
to
your
next.
last part you said.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll pass the mic so I can get my thoughts together because what I'm about to say, I want to be real thoughtful with it, and I don't want to just speed out there and say it, in a crazy way, and So I whoever you want to go to next, I'll sit back and
Go
listen.
ahead, Tyrone.
Well, I'm a Trump supporter. Don't get mad at me. I voted
We
for
ain't
Trump
mad at
twice. I voted for Trump. I don't go off for what people say when it comes to the Congress, when it comes to government, when it comes to the political party. I look at the laws that are being passed and what are being set into place. And a lot of people don't know this. Trump signed the reform that allow a lot of lifers that was in prison, specifically African American, to be eligible for parole and to be released. And my brother was one of them, and one of my friends.
That was one of
Um, yeah, and Trump did this. Trump, the only president that pardoned more African American men in history. No other president done this. Trump is
the
the other
racists.
president
Keep in mind,
that
the racists did that, people. The racists.
okay. Trump, he's getting rid of all of these programs that allowed, black people to be complacent for so long. That I agree with. You get comfortable with Section 8 and the government taking care of you, you're never going to have anything of your own. Trump is talking about, let's put America first. And people interpret to that differently. You got all of these immigrants coming from these different countries that get over here, forget where they come from, forget that, your ancestors built America, totally disrespect you, take the job, start speaking Spanish in front of you, don't give a fuck, and benefit off of the atrocities that your ancestors went through. So, and Trump is saying, no, American people that's here in America that's homeless, they deserve these opportunities. We can't go to Mexico and get granted asylum, however you say it. You know what I
Take
mean? I ain't go
asylum,
to
right?
Southern. I ain't go to Southern.
I
I went to the
hear you.
11th grade and that was it.
I hear you, Cairo. It's all love.
So
Yeah.
forgive me,
Yeah.
because my terminology, my brother be saying, girl, it's not Neanderthal, it's Neanderthaloid. I be saying, well, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, right. You get the point. Yeah.
And you got to think about this, Trump is the only president that's hated by so many Caucasians. And you got to ask yourself why. Why do these Caucasians hate Trump so much?
Mm-hmm.
You know why? And then the first thing they'll tell black people, because black people docile, they go with whatever a Caucasian person say, oh, he racist. No black people know nothing about the laws that been put into place, the reforms that been signed, the bills that been passed. If you ask them, they'll get upset and say, well, I don't speak politics. I don't, because they don't know. They just go off, oh, he racist, because that's what they was fed. You know what I mean? But I'm a Trump supporter. I voted for Trump twice. And that's my perspective. That's my point of view.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong. Hey, that's your right. Solo.
Yeah, Solo.
So, I mean, I would agree. Trump is known for being in our rappers' pictures and, mentioning rap songs. But I just think that Trump likes to be in the media. He likes to be talked about. He likes to be, praised for doing whatever it is that he's doing. He's full of himself. So, of course, he wants to be in the media. He probably loved being mentioned in rap songs because
Uh-huh.
him being a president only intensifies that I like. This is why he hang around us, because we got the best culture. Our artists rap is what's popping, and they in the songs talking about me. Black people are in rap songs talking about Donald Trump. So I think that he would that made his damn day that black people love Trump.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like him right now, I was actually wanting to wait to be the last person because I didn't know anything that Trump has done that benefited black people. So I wanted to get in it some information and probably be